everyone, it's me, the Anti-Beauty Queen, and today's video is something a little different. A couple months ago, I posted my very special Disney wedding reception video that I was able to have at the Tower of Terror. I will post the link right there. If you want to watch this video first or that video, go ahead and check it out, then make sure to come back to this one. A lot of you guys thought it was so amazing and so great, and a lot of you were responsive to my Disney styled video. So I thought I would make a video dedicated to my favorite restaurants in Disney World. That way, if you are planning your next vacation, you kind of know what restaurants you might want to check out. If this is the first time you're watching my videos, hi, how are you? I'm the Anti-Beauty Queen. I do a bunch of videos on plus size love, body positivity, cooking videos, but I really want to start doing a lot more Disney videos. So hopefully if you want to watch, just hit that subscribe button. Alrighty, so without further ado, here are my favorite Disney restaurants. First though, I do want to say I've never been to Disneyland, but I've been to Disney World countless times. I can't even remember how many times I've gone, and I always get the meal plan. Sometimes I luck out and I get the meal plan for free. Sometimes I don't, but it still saves you so much money, and it does give you the freedom to book reservations well in advance, so that if you are trying to book very popular restaurants like the Bell Castle or the Beast Castle, you can do so and try to beat out some of the other people who are also trying to book for the same reservations. And I always recommend the meal plan because it allows you to go to not only just like sit down restaurants for lunch or breakfast, but you can go to very high-end restaurants for your a la carte or your dining plan that takes up 2 seats. It's very hard to kind of describe. If you want me to go into full detail on how the meal plan works, let me know in the comments and I will definitely do a video in the future. Alrighty, so the first restaurant I want to talk about is probably my all-time favorite, and that is the Sci-Fi Cafe, which is located in Hollywood Studios. Now, I personally go to this restaurant every single year. I cannot not go to it. Honestly, I feel like I would book a different restaurant and then get really upset with myself if I didn't go back. That doesn't mean to say though that I have not gone to other restaurants in the past. We typically go to Hollywood Studios a couple times during the trip, so I am able to branch out and go to other restaurants in the park, but I always have to book a Sci-Fi Cafe at least once on my trip. Now, if you've never been, Sci-Fi Cafe is just amazing. The food is okay. It's not like, say, the best food in all of the park, but that's not why I go. I go because of the atmosphere. I go because of just the entire experience that comes along with going to that restaurant. As soon as you walk in, it feels like you're almost in like this vacant building. There's like wood everywhere. You don't really know what you're about to get yourself into, but as soon as you walk in and you're greeted and they show you where you're gonna sit, all you see is just rows and rows and rows of convertibles. Now, these convertibles are your table, and it is essentially a drive-in movie theater. They have a gigantic movie screen playing all vintage ads, commercials, little clips of movies from like the 50s, and it's just an experience. It makes you feel like you are back in the 50s and you're with your friends and you're eating delicious food and you're watching really poorly made monster movies. What I love about it though is that even on the sides of the walls, at the back, it is still very much like you're in a drive-in. It's all blacked out so you feel like you're in the nighttime, and it has twinkling stars, it has trees, makes you feel like you're in like the Arizona desert. It even has a snack bar or a takeout window in the back, and that's where your waitress goes to put in your meal. Now, the only thing that I do have an issue with, and it's something that I'm sure you could go ahead and pre-book one of the larger cars. Now, you are sitting like this in the larger car, so you can't even really kind of watch the video without craning your neck, but you can at least sit with your entire party. If you are booking with a huge group of people, I've gone to Disney in the past with 6 people, I've gone to Disney in the past with like 10 people, and you kind of are just stuck sitting beside one person and everyone else is sitting behind you or in front of you or in a completely different car. So you kind of have to pick your eating partner. You don't really get to sit with your family or your friends. But if you are going with just, say, a significant other or a parent or your child, it doesn't really matter because you're sitting right beside them. But for me, I always go with a large group, and we kind of just have to deal with the fact that we don't get to sit with all of us at this restaurant. Now, I always get the same thing. I always get the steak with like the blue cheese or the feta cheese. I forget what cheese it is on the top with the onion rings. And Sugar Bear used to always get the picnic burger, which had like everything on it, including hot dogs. They did not have that though this last time, and he was quite upset. But he got something else, and he said it was just as good. So again, the food isn't the best, but the atmosphere makes up for it. My next one is, again, probably... it's my favorite for a completely different reason. Now, this restaurant takes up a couple of your dining seats, which means if you keep booking with higher end restaurants for dinner, you're going to use up more of your dinner credits. So for me, we always do a couple that are higher end, and then we kind of go to somewhere like Sci-Fi Cafe that only takes 1 credit. This one takes 2, and it's California Grill at the Contemporary Resort. Now, this one's located in the Contemporary Resort, so keep in mind if you do book for this restaurant, we always take it and go to this restaurant on a day off so that we can kind of get dressed up because it is very fancy. Don't just go in shorts and flip-flops. Put a little effort into your outfit. So maybe book it on a day that you aren't going to be walking around the parks all day, or if you are, maybe go to Epcot, or yeah, I would go to Epcot because that's like the only place that you're not going to be constantly on rides and getting sticky and all of that jazz. But just keep in mind that you have to dress up for this restaurant, that it's not something that you should just be walking in with like a t-shirt and shorts. So anyways, we always go on our off day when we do go to this resort, and personally, because we always go in October, we get to watch, and this is probably the best reason, the fireworks. The reason why you want to go at night for this restaurant, because you are so high up in the Contemporary Resort that it allows you to watch the entire fireworks show at the Magic Kingdom. They completely turn out the lights and you get to listen to the music that is playing while the fireworks are going on in the park as well. So for us, because we would choose the not so scary Mickey nights to go to this restaurant, we've always been able to watch the not so scary Mickey fireworks show with all the villains, with all the creepy great music, and it's just mind-blowing. So this is another tip. If you are going, please make sure, if you want to watch the fireworks, to try to book a table right at the glass. We were so fortunate that we were able to be seated right smack dab in the middle of the restaurant against the glass pane, so no one was sitting in front of us, so we could sit, drink, eat, and watch the show as it was going on. But if you are seated further in the restaurant, not so close to the window, they have no problem you getting up out of your seat and going closer to watch the whole thing. Now, the restaurant is open late, obviously, because of this, so make sure you're booking your reservation closer to the showtime. I believe our reservation was at 9:30 and the fireworks was at 10, so it worked out perfectly. The food is to die for. This is the best restaurant for food. So if you're looking for something that is very high class, this was the night we were celebrating our anniversary, so of course we wanted to go all out, and this was the night that we just ate till we could not eat anymore. The food is amazing, the desserts were amazing, the drinks were amazing, and this was the one and only time we have gone out of our package to include more food. We ordered a appetizer that does not come included with your meal plan. The only thing that does is obviously your drinks, your dinner, and your dessert, always, but not appetizers. So we went out we kind of went over our meal plan and we ordered sushi, and it was the best sushi we've ever eaten. The menu itself is so chock full of different things you can get, like sushi, steak. You can get a cheese platter for your dessert, which I did, and it was amazing. But honestly, this was by far the best food we've had ever at Disney World. The next one, I don't entirely know if I'm saying the right name. It's located at this restaurant, but we never have eaten at this restaurant for dinner. I'm talking about the Hollywood Brown Derby in Hollywood Studios. We go there every single year for lunch, and I will tell you hands down, this is the best place to get lunch, and it's the best place to get your money's worth. Now, you sit outside, so you can pretty much take your food anywhere in the park and sit. So if you aren't able to obviously find a spot right out front of the restaurant cafe, you can take your meal obviously off as well. So we always go. They have by far the best desserts in all of the parks. So many different cakes, cupcakes, pies to choose from, and the main star of the show are the sandwiches. The sandwiches, no joke, are like this big, bigger than your head. You get a package of chips as well as a soft drink, and then your dessert. But the sandwiches are what you go for. They're huge, they're filling, they are so good, and at one point on the trip, you are going to crave just a sandwich. No more greasy food like french fries and hamburgers and hot dogs, and this will give you that. It's got vegetables on it, it's got meat, it's got cheese. The bread is made right there, and it's fresh, and it's so good. And honestly, we do find that sometimes going for lunch at Disney World does get a little bit like repetitive, and we always crave this particular lunch every single time we go. Alrighty, so this is another 2 meal plan credit that you would have to use, but it is dinner and a show. Now this one's Disney, the Spirit of Aloha dinner, and this was the dinner that is located at the Polynesian Resort. So we were able to go in the afternoon to the Polynesian Resort, which is gorgeous. Oh my god. I've never seen a prettier resort, and I've been to a lot of them. We were not staying at the Polynesian at this time, but we were able to go in before the dinner and show and utilize the exact same things like the pool, some of the shows and stuff, like all the gift shops and everything that come with the resort itself. So that was fantastic because it was like we were staying there, but we didn't have to pay the hefty price. But this is, of course, a dinner, theater, show, as well as your food. It was amazing. It is a fire show, it's a hula dancing show, it's a show that's interactive, so they pull people from the audience, all the while you're eating amazing Hawaiian style food. Now it's great because this is perfect for adults because your beverages are included, and that means alcohol, and it is like kind of like an all-star resort, like an all-inclusive. You get to have as much beer as you want. I think the other drink was sangria or like a margarita. I cannot remember. All I know is that Sugar Bear, like no one got wasted. Like we didn't go there and get drunk, but Sugar Bear was able to have a couple beers, and it was just such a great experience. And the kids all had like Shirley Temple kind of drinks, and then we were able to have like a sit down style, everyone share kind of meal, which is so great. And again, it was all served to us in these amazing platters, and we were able to take what we wanted, and they would just come and ask you how you are, refill your waters, your drinks, all that jazz, as well as watching an amazing show. And at the very end, they allow all couples to kind of get up out of their seats and do a nice romantic dance. So this was a trip that Sugar Bear proposed to me to, so it was very nice that we were able to slow dance to a song and just make it a very romantic time with a bunch of my family members watching. So there you have it. Those are just some of the restaurants. I can talk about all of the restaurants I've gone to, and I really want to do a video that kind of talks about the not so good restaurants or restaurants that you may want to avoid at certain parts in the day. If you want that kind of video though, please let me know in the comments below. It would not be bashing against Disney. Disney is my life, but it would just kind of give you an eye-opener to some of the not so great Disney restaurants that are in the parks. If this is your first time watching my video though, please hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to become a member of the antibeautyqueen team, and make sure you hit that bell notification button to let you know every single time I post a video. You can follow me all over the internet. I always post Disney photos on my Instagram account, as well as my cute pooches. You'll have to go and check it out though to see what they look like. P.S. One is a fat chihuahua that you won't want to miss out on. And my username is antibeautyqueen, the same way it's spelled here. I'm also on Tumblr and Twitter. Until next time though guys, I will catch you on the flippy flop. Bye!